we will discuss about the food toxicity. We will discuss about the nutrient requirements. We will discuss about the feed formulation, and we will discuss about the price evaluation, that how much cost of feed kg
Putting
is.
Among Us.
Okay, this is all about our view of our today presentation. Now we will discuss it one by one. Food or nutrition. Mostly we listen that what is food, what is nutrition. I mean that apa makan, like that. Food and nutrition are the way that animals and plants get fuel, providing energy for their bodies. It means that food and nutrition is the basic requirements for the animals have on, and plants for their life or for their growth. So when we explain that food and nutrition is two different terms. Number one, food. Food is the stuff or portion we eat and drink for energy and stay alive. It means that food is a general term, a broad term, which means that the portion of our daily eatings or energy which we usually use for our life to live long or like that, for our growth, body growth. But second, nutrition. Nutrition is a technical term. In nutrition, part of food that is used by our cells and metabolized by the body to make all contributions that our body needs. Basically, nutrition is, we can say that special terms which basically deals with our metabolizations of our body cells, which metabolized and prepare the energy and other sources for our body requirements, to build our body, to grow, to sustain our body cells, like that. So this is the term nutrition. So when we say that food is just eating portion and drinking as an energy source, and nutrition is a little bit broad terms, which means that part of food that is used by our cells and metabolized by the body to make all the contributions that our body needs. So composition or component of food. Mainly we have 7 components of a food. Number 1, like carbohydrates. Number 2, proteins. Number 3, fats. Number 4, vitamins. Number 5, minerals. And number 6, dietary fibers. And number 7, water. These 7 are basically the composition of any food, and also these are the main parts which we combine together to say a nutrition. So this is a picture which is showing our proteinous source, which is mostly we consider again and again protein. This is another picture which is based on the vegetables and fruits. This is our vitamins and other mineral sources we usually get by this. So when we say about the pet food is basically any manufactured food intended to be ingested by pet animals. In other words, any food which we give to our pets like cat or dog is called pet food. Now there is a 3 type of mainly pet food. Number 1, processed. It is mostly food we take by the factories or market, and sometimes we get semi or partially processed food which we have to make ourselves for preparation, and also some raw food or unprocessed food. So there are three main type of the food which is available for the pets. In processed food and partially processed food, we say that this is the commercial foods, which is available from the market, and unprocessed food, this is like meat, fish, ikan. So which we use for our pets, it is called unprocessed food. So food safety is the main thing. When we give any food to our pets, first we have to ensure that food will not cause any harm or toxicity to our pet animals. It means that there should be no food like that which can cause any disease, any infection, any irritation to our pets, which make them sick or ill, in other words, sakit. So in food toxicity, when we explain that food toxicity, it is an infection or irritation that caused by the toxic food component is called food toxicity. So it is a very harmful for the health of any animal, especially for the pets. So always keep in mind that in the food which you are going to give your
Atas
pets
tu.
or animals, it should be
Okay.
free from the
Sekejap, cerai.
toxin.
Okay, Sakina Airul. Okay, okay. Sekejap. Dan. Okay, dah. Ni lah.
So,
Dah, aku dah screenshot dia punya.
so
Okay.
second is component based. So there are two type of toxicity. Number one, component based toxicity. It is like just like onion toxicity. In this, N-propyl disulfide are the main chemical which cause the toxicity. This is the onion. In Bhasa, mostly we say that Bhavan Mera. So in other, second toxicity is the microorganism based, like mycotoxins, like E. coli, or other bacteria or viruses, which spoil the food, like sometimes listeria cause the listeriosis in the animal, like that. And this is the mycotoxins. So on the moisture based food have different three types. Number one, first of all, we want to know that what is moisture. Moisture is the water diffused in small quantity or vapors within the food is called moisture. Mean any air, stick it air in makan, called moisture, in other words. So number one, moisture based, we have the dry pet food. In this pet food with a moisture content uh, equal to 14 or lesser than 14 is mostly its moisture percentage is 14%. It is called the dry pet food. This is a picture of dry pet food. Usually people use it. And second one is the semi-moist pet feed. It is uh, it has a little bit moisture, and it has a moisture content of more than 40% uh, or less than 60%. So it has a range. It is a semi moist food for the pet. In other words, we usually get from the market dry and make, like use some milk or like that. This is called the semi-moist feed. This is the picture of. In third, wet pet food. This is mostly we can say that pet food with the moisture content more than 60%. Or in other words, which is the liquid food, like people utilize milk, and sometime in milk give some energy sources, or like that in milk utilize different protein and vitamin requirements. This is the wet pet food on moisture base. So there are some risk of human foods. We usually use that some human food for the animals or pets, as we have a part of our family, dog and cat. So we usually give them our food as well. But there are some common human foods like resins called kismis, uh, angur, grapes, and onions, bawang merah, and garlic, bawang puti, and chocolate. So these are mainly which are the very toxic for the our pets. So always keep care about that. Do not use these items, especially like resins, angur, uh, and bawang puti, mera, and chocolate for the pets. In chocolate, we will explain it. Some chocolates are also available for pets as well. So grapes and raisins toxins in the dogs. So when like dog or pets use the grapes or raisins, they have the major problem of gastrointestinal upset followed by acute renal failure. So it's mean that as they use the food of grapes or raisins, it totally disturb their stomach, and this lead to their after some time this lead to their acute renal failure, are called ARF. When a pet like dog usually use the grapes or kismis, uh, they have initial signs of vomiting, and also after vomiting the animal become lethargic, anorexia, so diarrhea, abdominal pain, ataxia, and weakness. So the main signs, there is 3-4 main signs in that. Initial sign is just like vomiting. After vomiting, the animal become very lethargic and very slow. Its behavior is or becomes very slow, and the animal show difficult breathing, and also sometime it becomes sakit and cause abdominal pain, perut, sakit perut, and also diarrhea. It is also main signs of the grapes and raisins toxicity in the dogs. This is a picture which is showing that uh, animal affected with the grape, angur or raisins, kismis. In majority of the dogs, vomiting, anorexia, lethargy, and diarrhea occur within 24 hours. Yeah, it's very common, but in some cases it start within 5 to 6 hours after ingestion. So it's depend on the pets. Some pets have a good healthy resistance behavior, so they took almost 24 hours for vomiting or showing any signs for the angur or kismis toxicity, or grapes or raisins toxicity. And some are very which are sensitive, they show soon after lima jam. So this is a sign of vomiting in the dog. You can see in the picture. So chocolate is a very famous food, relatively toxic for the both dogs and also cats. And it causes the toxicity within a few hours after consumption. But if the animal is take much chocolate, so chocolate treats, especially some chocolates are also developed for the dogs, which are not toxic as they made from the ingredient that contain low or no thiobromine. Thiobromine is a toxic agent which is in the chocolate. So especially some chocolates are made for the dogs without thiobromine. This is some signs which caused by the dogs of vomiting after chocolate, and sometimes bloody vomiting as well. So the principal toxic component of chocolate and cocoa products are the methylxanthine alkaloids. As we discussed, that have the thiobromine, it is a major toxin. Also in caffeine, like coffee products, it is also present methylxanthine, and it is also contribute in the toxicity. That is why take care of that. Using the chocolate for the pets, always use only those chocolates which have no thiobromine, or especially prepared for the pets. Only those chocolate can be used. So some clinical signs for the due to chocolate, as methylxanthine causes stimulation of the central nervous system. It will give the some initially in the nervous signs, tachycardia, fast heart breathing assay, respiratory stress, and hyperactivity. In some clinical signs like in vomiting, diarrhea, muscular tremors, like after its animal shows the jerking, and also weakness, cardiac arrhythmia, and also convulsions, and also severe cases, renal damage, and sometimes animals go for the coma, and at the end it will death. So mainly when we have seen that some diarrhea, after diarrhea there is a loss of water and minerals, mostly pet in dogs go to the coma, and at the end if no treatment it will get death. Death may be occur within 6 to 15 hours. So it's a range time. Mostly it take 8-9 hours for the toxicity of the chocolate if a pet has utilized uh, so much chocolate. So when we discuss about the toxicity of onions and garlic, so there is a organosulfoxide is a main toxicity agent in onion and garlic. So these organosulfur compounds are rapidly absorbed in the gastrointestinal tract and metabolized to highly reactive oxidants. So the main important thing is the clinical signs. It is due to garlic and onions. It causes the anemia, include pale mucous membrane, tachycardia, tachypnea. So it's mean that improper heart and improper breathing, lethargy, showing the weakness like that. In more severe cases, icterus and renal failure can be seen as a consequence of hemolysis and hemoglobinuria, respectively, and possibly it may take to the death. So this is a cat picture, which is showing pale signs, and they are all mucosa is pale. So this is like the signs which produce after anemia due to the onion or garlic feeds. And this is some urine types which pass after hemoglobinuria or hemolysis, which this these type of the colors, red color or blood color urine is passed by the pets. So our second portion is 2006 or 2006 NRC. NRC means nutrient requirements for dogs and cats after weaning. So we will discuss about their nutrient requirements. So this is a table which is showing the maximum or minimum or recommended requirement of protein for the puppies from 4 to 14 week old. It's mean that up till 3 months or 3.5 months. Tiga bulan. Untuk 3 bulan. So this is the first protein. Protein is required 56.3. And also arginine, it is normally required 1.98. Histidine is 0.98. Isoleucine, it is 1.63. Leucine, it is 3.22. And lysine, it is 2.22. And methionine, it is 0.88. And methionine plus cysteine, it is 1.75. And phenylalanine, it is a 1.63. This is the major protein requirement for the pets, because keep in mind that in early stage for the pets we need more protein, but after their maturity we needed only their stable requirement. So here is the maximum 56.3% protein requirement. On the top you can see that, but after as the time will go, the protein requirement will become a bit low, as we will show in the this is you can see this picture. This is a protein for growing puppies greater than 14 weeks are old. So in this you can see that protein requirement is now 43.8. In before 14 up untuk 3 bulan required almost more than 50 protein, and also after satla 3 bulan it is required little bit lesser protein, like 43.8%, we can say that. So also we needed some fat, minerals and vitamins for all puppies. Here these are the fat requirements, like 21.3. This is the normal. Linolenic acid is also a fat, it is a 3.3. Alpha linolenic acid is also a type of fat, it is 0.2. And arachidonic acid, it is also 0.08%. So these are also fat requirements for the growth of pets or stability of the body of the pets. So in composition of feed for the dogs and cats, in here some important materials, feed stuff we use for the dogs and cats, like beef liver, or we can say uh, hathi of the cattle, chicken, ayam, we mostly use, beef, egg, blood meal, flour, maize, soybean, fish or ikan, premix, or mineral mixture. This is like this. So when we want to make the feed, we have to know some important things about the feed stuff, like beef liver. It has a 30% dry matter. In chicken, it is 40% dry matter. In beef, it is 34% dry matter. Egg, it is 25% dry matter. Blood meat, it is 25%. Flour, it is 88. Flour means tapung. Maize, it is 88% dry matter. And soybean, it is 80% dry matter. Fish, fresh, 24% dry matter. And so there some proteins which are like in beef there is a 19.7% protein, in chicken 18.2%, in beef 18.8%, in egg 12.12%, and in blood it is 21.9%, in flour it is 8.9%, in maize it is 9.2%, and soybean it is 30.2%, and fish fresh it is 70%. So there is some dry matter percentage of protein in this. If in DM, in beef liver, it is we can say it, in other words, it would be a crude protein also. Beef liver, it is 65.65%. Chicken, it is 45.50%. In beef, it is 55.29, and it is in blood meal, it is 51.20. It is in blood meal, sorry, in egg, it is 51.20. In blood meal, it is 87.60. In flour, tapin, it is 10.11. In maize, 10.45. In fish, it is 37.75. And so in soybean, it is 37.75, and in fish, it is 70%, 70.83%. So here we can see that there is a good source of proteins are soybeans, fish, and blood meal. And also egg is also a good source of protein. So some ether extract, basically these are about the fats of the body. Which is extracted with the help of ether, it is called ether extract. So beef liver, it has 3.2, chicken 25, beef 14, egg 14, 11.5, blood meal 1.1, flour 1.3, maize 3, soybean 50.6, and fish, it has 4.5. So there are some ether extract percentage like that. Beef 10.6367, chicken has 62.5, beef has 41.18, egg has 46, blood meal has 4.4, flour has 1.48, maize has 4.43, and soybean has 19.5. So other important thing is the carbohydrates. Here we can because this is the main, we can say, important part after protein. So beef liver has a 6% and egg has 0.7 and flour has 77.3 and maize at 73.7 and soybean has 30.1. So there is some their calories percentage here, and also at the end there is some rates about the these materials. So always keep in the mind that all those products which are cheaper but have a good protein or energy sources we mostly use for the food of animals or pets. So how to formulate feed? For example, we want to make 100 kg ration formulation for adult dog contain 26% crude protein. So consist of 10 kg meat chicken, 5 kg egg, 35 kg flour, soya bean, maize and 1 kg premix. So the question is that we have some ingredient available, and in this question we have given the some quantity about the like that 10 kg chicken meat and 5 kg egg and 35 kg flour and like that, and also premix. But the question is that what will the requirements of soybean meal and maize for making 26% of crude protein or CP? So in first step, to calculate, use the feedstuff source of protein, energy, mineral and vitamins. We calculate on the basis of our fixed CP. For example, we have 10 kg meat chicken. So we want to make the 100 kg of the feed. So we will utilize 10 kg meat and we analyze what is the its CP or crude protein in this, because we have to make 26 percent of crude protein based feed. Like 10 kg meat chicken mean uh, how we calculate that 10 oblique 100 kg, which the 100 means as total feed which we want to prepare, multiply by 45.5%. This is original chicken usage chicken protein, 45.5% in 100 kg of the chicken. But as we are utilizing 10 kg, so we will how to evaluate that, how to calculate that 10 kg chicken is how much protein. So we will divide it 10 by 100 multiply by 45.5%, which is crude protein for the meat, and it will become 4.55%. So it's mean that chicken 10 kg chicken has only 4.55% protein. And also in know that 51.2% is the protein for the eggs, and as we have 5 kg and our total is 100 kg formulation, so 5 divided by 100 multiplied by 51.2%, which is our protein in the egg, and it will become 2.56%. So flour tapung, we have 35 kg, and it will be the 35 kg divided by 100 as we are going to prepare 100 kg feed, and you know that flour has a 10.11% protein. So we will multiply this our 35 divided by 100 multiply with the 10.11% protein, and it will give the 3.54% of protein. And there is a premix. Premix has no protein source, So it will be the 0%. So when we total or totally count, or other words jumla, so it will become 10.65% protein. So this is the protein of those items which are in available with their quantity, like in kgs. So 10.65% is the protein of our available sources. Now we have to make it 26%. So we have to increase its protein. Then we have to calculate how much maize and soybean we utilize, that it become a 10.65%, more than it will become 26%. So for this first step, as we want to make 100 kg feed, so in our previous we have only the item of this as we want to prepare 100 kg, so we have available quantity is 51 kg for our previous count. So this is you can see that this is 10 kg meat, 5 kg egg, 35 kg flour, 1 kg premix. The total jumla weight is 51 kg. So in first step, it is clear that 100 kg minus 51 kg. So we need more 49 kg more portion to complete 100 kg. So for 49 kg, we have only two things. One is maize and other is soybean. So the second thing is protein insufficiency. It is as we want 26%. So available sources is only 10.65%. So we 66 minus 10.65. So we needed 15.35% protein in 49 kg. So we have to calculate 15.35% protein within 49 kg. So the third step is that percentage of insufficiency protein, it will be equal to like that a portion. So how we calculate the percentage of insufficiency protein? It is like our required protein, or which is insufficient protein, it is 15.35 divided by 49. 49 is our total weight or portion which is remaining or insufficient or deficient for the our feed stuff, multiply with 100%. So it will give the 31.33%. So it will be 31.33%. So this is that portion of insufficiency protein. So we have to calculate for that 31.33% as a protein requirement. So in second step, in this step only consisting of two material, rest are from first stage, which consist of materials as a source of protein or source of energy. So soybean is called the source of protein, and the maize is also called the source of protein, but it has usually low protein but a good energy source, as well as it is a grain. So that feedstuff made arrangement for the close insufficiency of feed stuff and also insufficiency of protein at first step, so that is later obtained formulation as expected. So in this case, we usually utilize the person square ration formula. This is like that. As this is soybean. Soybean is 37.75% protein. Maize has a 10.45% crude protein, and 31.33 is our deficiency of protein. So we have to calculate the how much part we needed for completing 31.33% of our protein. So in person square ration formula, it is very easy. We have to just minus from our protein. For example, 37.75, we have to minus our insufficiency, which was 31.33. So when we minus this 37.75 and 31.33 from the 37.75, it becomes 6.42 part. So, and also in maize we have the protein 10.45%, and we have needed insufficiency protein of 31.33. So keep in mind that always minus a large amount from the minus the short amount from the large amount. So we will minus 31.33 from 31.33 10.45, and it will become 20.88 part. So when we will count both 20.88 and 6.42, it will become 27.30 part. So this is a little bit more explanation for that. For soya bean, minus percentage of insufficiency protein. This is the first. Soybean is 37.75 minus 31.33% insufficient protein, which will become 6.42 part. And also in second, percentage of insufficiency protein minus maize. As I have already told that always minus larger, always minus from the larger amount, not from the lower. If it will, the end will become the in the minus, it will not properly formulate. So here the larger amount is the insufficiency protein. It is the 31.33. So we have subtract or minus 10.45% from it, which is a protein, and it will become 20.88, which is the part of soybean. So now there is a formula for the soybean soybean requirements calculations. Soybean requirements is very easy, as in shown in the Pearson. This is the 20.88%, and its total divided by total portion or part, it is a 27.30, and multiply our required deficient feed. It was the 49 kg. So 20.88 portion divided by total 27.30, multiply with our total weight 49 kg, it will become 37.48 kg. So we need for the in 49 kg 37.48 kg more soybean, so that it will meet the requirement for the 26% protein. In maize, similarly, we have the 6.42 portion of maize, and the total portion is 27.30, and multiply with the total our required feed 49 kg, it will become 11.52 kg. It is the requirement of maize. So this is now the formulation of our required meat chicken, as it was available 10 kg, flour 35 kg, egg 5 kg. We have calculated maize 11.52 kg, soya bean it is 37.48 kg, premix 1 kg. The total or jumla of all these ingredients become 100 kg. So now first we have to go for the evaluation whether it is our feed formulation is for CP is 26% or not. For that it is very easy, as we have the 10 kg meat, so we will take the 10 divided by our feed. Total feed was 100 kg, so 10 divided by 100 multiply by our CP fixed for the meat chicken, it is 45.5%. so when we multiply it will become 4.55, and 35 kg our flour, 35 divided by 100, and flour has a protein 10.11%. So when we multiply that, so our 35 kg has a 3.54% of flour protein. 5 kg egg, 5 divided by 100 multiply with 51.2. The 51.2 is their CP or protein. So when we multiply that, it will become 2.56%. And in soybean, it is 37.48 kg. As we calculated, it is divided by 100 multiply with 37.75. This is the original CP for the 100 kg of soybean. So it will become 14.15% in the 37.48 kg of soybean. So when we multiply, we have the calculations of maize. It was 11.52 kg. So 11.52 kg divided by 100, when it was multiplied with 10.45, this is the their CP, crude protein. So it will become 1.20% of protein. So our premix has no protein. So when we make its total, it will become 26% protein. So other is the ether extract are about the fats. So we have to evaluate its fat. We already know that our 10 kg chicken meat has 10 divided by 100 multiplied by 66.5%. This is the ether extract. If we calculate, it will become 6.25, and flour has the 1.48 fixed ether extract percentage, it will become 0.52, and also egg has 46, so it will become 2.30, and soya bean has 19.5 ether extract, it will become 7.31, and maize has 4.43 ether extract, and it will become 0.51, and premix have no ether extract, so our ether extract will become 16.89%. So here, if we want to calculate ingredients requirements, if make 500 gram or 0. Stanga kilo, 0.5 kg based on DM. So on this basis or dry matter basis, if we want to calculate that, it's very simple that meat we have a 10 kg meat with 10 divided by 100, which we want to make how much, it is 0.5 kg. We will multiply their weight divided by total with 0.5, and it will give our total portion, how much portion is required for any ingredient if we want to make a 500 gram or stanga kilo feed. So here 10 kg meat divided by 100 multiply with 0.5 kg, it will become 0.05. We needed 0.05 kg. 35 kg flour, 35 oblique 100 multiply by 0.5 kg, it will become 0.175. And 5 kg egg, 5 divided by 100 multiply with 0.5, it will become 0.025. And also we have soybean 37.48 divided by 100, which is our total, multiply with 0.5 kg, we needed 0.19. And also for maize 11.52 kg divided by 100 multiply with 0.5, it will become 0.06. And for premix 1 divided by 100 multiply with 0.5, as we are making for the half kg or stanga kg, it will become 0.005. So its total will become 0.502. We can say 500 grams. So if always if we want to make fresh, so then we have to calculate like that, meat chicken. So for that, total weight divided by dm, which we calculated above, and multiply with 0.05. Here dm is total, dm means total dry matter, and multiply with which we have already calculated here, 0.05 for 500 gram. So for fresh feed, we want to make we will divide total weight, as we at we have the total percentage or weight, it is 100 divided by 40 multiply with our 0.5 kg, it will become 0.125. And also similarly for the floor, it will 100 divided by 88. 88 is their dry matter, multiply with 0.75, it will become 0.20. And in egg, dry matter is 25, so 100 divided by 25 multiply with 0.025 kg, which we have calculated, it will become 0.10. And 100 divided by 80 multiply with 0.19 kg, so it will become 0.238. And also in maize, 100 divided by 88 multiply with 0.06 kg, which we calculated above for the 500 gram, it will become 0.068. And also for the premix, it as its dry matter content is 100%, so 100 divided by 100, so multiply with 0.005, so it will become 0.736. If you want to make the fresh, then you needed these calculations. So this is the simple price calculations for the our feed. So we have the fresh price, basically fresh requirements. Meat chicken, as we calculated, we needed 0.15 multiply with 14,000, it will become 3.125. So also flour, it is 0.20 multiply with 3,500, it will become 2,000. And also egg, it is 0.10 multiply with 8,000, its price will become 2,500. And also soybean 0.238 multiply with 4500, it will become 2.261. And also maize 0.068 requirement for 500, so it will become 2 and its price is 2500, it will become 340. And premix, it is 0.005 we need it, and multiply with uh, uh, 10,000, it will become 50 rupees. So total will become the 10.276 rupees. This is how to calculate the price. In price, I want to explain in simple. This is, it is very simple, no issue how to calculate the price. Just we take, for example, we are utilizing 10 kg chicken, and chicken price is 38,000. So we multiply, it will become 3,80,000. And flour we needed 35 kg, and multiply with 8,000 its rate per kg. So when we multiply, it will become 2,80,000. And egg, for example, 5 kg, it 1 kg has the 22,000 rate. When we multiply that, it will become 1,10,000. And also similarly, like maize 11.52 kg, we needed maize rate, maybe price will be for 1 kg is 28,000. So then we will multiply, it will become 3,22,560 rupees. So similarly is like that. For example, premix, we needed 1 kg and its rate is 10,000, it will become 10,000. And we make total jumla of that price for 100 kg, it will become 9,674,000 Indonesian rupees, for example. So when we divided with the 100, our this, it will give us the 1 kg price. And if we will divide it on 2, it will give us the 500 gram price. So it is easy. So some definitions which we have again discussed. First, why is called crude protein? So crude protein is called crude because the assay used in it to determination does not actually measure the pure protein at all. Instead, the analysis used by most laboratories measures nitrogens, because crude protein is the use crude protein because we are not taking pure protein. We are getting the protein with nitrogen source. That is why called crude protein. Second, what is dry matter in the feed? Dry matter, DM, is that portion of feed remaining after all water has been removed, is called dry matter. The dry matter part of feed contains the nutrients, energy, proteins, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. So number third, total digestible nutrient, or TDN. TDN is usually used in nutrition. The sum of the digestible fiber, protein, lipid, and carbohydrate components of a feed stuff or diet are called TDN. So this is about the TDN. So fiber, what is fiber? We usually use the fiber. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that the body cannot digest. Though most carbohydrates are broken down into sugar molecule called glucose, fiber cannot be broken down into sugar molecules, and instead it passes through the body undigested. So fibers are not the dietary, you can say, carbohydrate, because it cannot break down, but these fibers supports the body to ingest the food for the digestion. And also fiber contents also support to maintain the weight of weight and fat content in the body like that. So that is why fiber is important. What are the carbohydrates? These carbohydrates are basically the energy sources. Carbohydrates are carbs, are sugar molecules along with protein and fat. Carbohydrates are one of three main nutrients found in the food and drinks. So protein, what is protein? We usually use that. Protein are the building blocks of a life. Every cell in the human body contains protein. The basic structure of protein chain is the amino acid. And so other word is the calories. Calories are unit of energy in the food. So carbohydrate, fats, protein, and alcohol is the foods and drinks we eat provide food, energy, or calories. So it, and other word is ether extract. Ether extract is a portion of dry matter extracted with ether. It is a laboratory test to approximate the total fat or crude fat content of feed and includes some waxes, pigments, and other lipids to a minor degree in addition to true fats. So when we say about the ether extract, basically it is about the crude fat, like crude protein. So Terima kasih, thank you very much. This is all about my presentation. Yes, Prof. Is there any question? Hello? Ada pertanyaan?
Silahkan, mungkin adik-adik ada yang mau bertanya. In Indonesia, Dr. Amir, it's okay?
Yeah, I will try to translate it. It's no problem. They